When living in a dark world, it only takes a small amount of light to make a massive difference. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. The ends of the earth we might see as our unreached people groups. Samaria may be our global overseas workers. Judea, those spread all across America sharing the love of Christ. And then there's Jerusalem. Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads is closing in on 1.8 million people. Virginia as a whole, 50% attend a service never or once a year. The other 50% are scattered between different religious groups and or may attend a service 1 to 3 times a year. Tab Church has a history of going overseas, sending and supporting global missions efforts. Doing missions in a creative and fresh way to bring the message of Jesus to even the most gospel-resistant countries through healthcare provisions, education, technology, and more. But the drive for missions started in Norfolk. Tab Church was on the cutting edge of local missions, having started Norfolk Christian Schools in 1952, a radio ministry in 1953, Triple R Ranch in 1960 to offer summer programs for kids with a gospel focus. Tab even had its own coffee shop, serving free coffee to some of the local military. Norfolk and Hampton Roads seem to be in a position where the nations come to us. Being the home of multiple universities, military bases, and industrial work efforts, we find ourselves with quite an opportunity to be the hands and feet of Jesus by simply walking next door. Many have made living missionally a standard part of their lives. When there is an opportunity, they step into it with joy and obedience. One of the best examples of this is our good friends Kurnia and Leanne Fu and their 5 kids. Kurnia is originally from Bangka, Indonesia, and graduated from the University of Indonesia with a master's in experimental nuclear physics and then a doctoral degree in electrical and computer engineering from ODU. Leanne majored in chemistry, and together they have served more than 4,000 international students whom they consider good friends. With that level of education, the Fus traded what could have been a pretty lucrative career for a nonprofit serving international families called Global Student Friendship. When Kurnia thinks of the work of his nonprofit, he says the decision to change direction in life was easy. He just redefined success. Yes, a great job with a great degree, with great funding or money is great. I don't say everybody has to go my track. But if you have a great degree in whatever you do in life, if that degree only satisfies your own life, it's not going to make a difference in people's lives. Kurnia and Leanne's life is dedicated to living missionally right here in Norfolk, Virginia, where God works through them to share the love of Christ. The Global Student Friendship House, where a lot of our international friends reside, is not even 3 miles away from Tab Church. Students come from tens of thousands of miles away and live only 3 miles away from us. With the diversity we have been blessed with comes an amazing opportunity for us at Tab to experience the reality of heaven through the many different cultures, languages, worship styles, and personal stories of our international friends. For those international friends watching this now, thank you for being here. Thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to get to know you and your culture. Kurnia and Leanne are a perfect example of what it means to live on mission right here in Norfolk, Virginia. Another great example is Martha Gorman and her work with the Winter Emergency Shelter, and all of you who help provide the homeless with a warm place to sleep as well as a warm dinner and breakfast, but most importantly, good company. Or Neighbor to Neighbor, formerly Boxing Out Hunger, which gave us the chance to treat those less fortunate in our community to have a nice Thanksgiving meal. Barb Patton with the Good News Club in Suburban Park Elementary, giving young students an opportunity to get some homework done, but also hear about the love of Christ. Serving at church-hosted programs is amazing. The programs are only made possible by the volunteers, but please do not wait on a program or event for an opportunity to serve locally or live missionally. What if you treated your next grocery trip like a missions trip? Not by throwing a tract or a Bible in someone's face, but by getting to know someone new. Genuine love for the person turned into real relationship, which creates trust and the gift to listen and be listened to. The joy of Christ is infectious, and when experienced, people want in. Remember, we do not change hearts. God does. Let us live missionally by being intentional with people, being able to give the reason for the joy we carry because our verdict has already been given. We are Christ's, and He is ours. we get the honor and privilege to display and share His love by loving others. The Great Commission and the Great Commandment go hand in hand. Go, love God, love others, so you may be a light.